minutes of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is Tony Pollard. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, they found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Cowboys nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 27-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
And 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll try to throw now. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Micah Fitzpatrick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Minka Fitzpatrick, thinking back to last year, had a pick six for the Steelers shortly after coming over from Miami, and he steps up with another one here. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A big play here for the Cowboys. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
You have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
2nd down at 7. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Jay Johnson. It's a gain of 17 yards. And
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 13, Cowboys nothing.
On first down, McFarland. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go. 130.
They'll run with McFarland. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
from just shy of midfield. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. 12 yards there and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
36-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays,
this is intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Oh, refusing to go down. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
The kick is good.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's going to launch it for Washington, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Pass complete to Juju.
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 19-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
33. Cowboys 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incomplete.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Steeler touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Steelers 40, Cowboys 7.
So they'll get another shot.